BMitch and Finlay, 106.7 The Fan. Steve Czaban joining us today. Everybody can follow Czabe at Czabe, C-Z-A-B-E. I was at the game yesterday, so I did not get to watch the Netflix broadcast. I can tell you one thing that bugged me about the Netflix broadcast, and this is extremely inside baseball, but the entrance to the stadium that all the media goes through, same as the players, it's kind of like the non-ticketed entrance, if you will. There's like a walkway down this little hill on Ring Road, the road that surrounds Northwest Stadium, and Netflix parked a trailer just on the sidewalk. And I said to the guy that I see every week, I'm like, where am I supposed to go? He's like, just kind of around it. So I had to kind of shimmy between this trailer and the whatever. They made it a Christmas extravaganza. They obviously spent the money. Hopefully they see the ROI that's appropriate. What was the broadcast like? Because I saw some criticisms online as it was going.
Any Iron Eagle broadcast is okay with me.
Yeah, he's good. Who was color?
Nate Burleson and
I like Burleson
and Matt Ryan.
Okay.
They don't normally work together, so there was a little bit of chemistry issues there. I don't mind any of those three gentlemen. Neither Burleson nor Ryan do much for me overall, but Iron Eagle is so good. I'll watch that. The actual physical delivery of the video, if you had sufficient bandwidth, was spectacular. I was at my brother's house, and he has a new Samsung 95S 4K OLED display.
Well, you're a tech guy, so I imagine your brother is too.
Not typically, but now I've got, TV FOMO. I've got TV jealousy because my brother has the best panel I've ever laid eyes on. That the 4K that Netflix delivered in with his robust Fios fiber bandwidth was so good. I was like, oh my God.
How long until you acquire that television?
I don't have the bandwidth to drive true 4K.
What is it?
Not on Starlink, not way out in the hinterland where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm on Starlink, which is good. It's just not fiber good. It's not cable TV good, and I don't have either one of those. Also, it's not cheap. I think it's a $2,000+ TV for 65 inches, which, you get a 65-inch standard 4K TV that's not OLED. You could probably get that for $699,
right.
$799.
I remember the first time I really watched high-def TV.
Yeah.
It was the Masters where Tiger chipped in on 16 and the ball hung on the lip and then fell in.
Yeah.
That was the first time I watched HD, and then to watch that moment in HD was shockingly awesome. Was this similar to that or just good?
No, it's the best I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was truly amazing. Now, a lot of it comes down to how does the director choose to frame and shoot the actual game. One thing I noticed when they did the Next Gen broadcast on Monday Night Football for the Colts game, is that the Next Gen broadcast had a wider angle to let the nerds, Orlovsky and company, break down all the plays. And so I like that wider angle because you got about a 30-yard chunk of field to see. So you saw the safeties creeping up or dropping back. You could see the routes developing. One thing that I realized was for every normal broadcast game, the quarterback usually for passes over 10 yards passes the ball, JP, off your television screen.
Right.
So it's literally off your screen for a moment, and then they pan, and there's a big surprise waiting of, is my guy open?
Right.
Or is he covered? Is it the good receiver or the one who drops everything?
Right.
Is the ball going to land in open space because my quarterback's a dummy? Surprise! You don't know because that's how they shoot games. But the overall picture, and with Iron Eagle, I had no problem with it. They did, unfortunately, jam in-game interviews, Manningcast style, with ex-players, including Clinton Portis.
Right.
And by the way, Clinton looks like he's doing great. I'm happy to see it. I knew him briefly when I did the show on Channel 4. That was the Redskin show every week.
Who was Helly?
No, it was Carol.
Okay.
And then it became, she's Sherry Burris.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sherry's lovely.
Wonderful
Carol.
people.
Yeah.
Yes. So Clinton, I'm glad he's doing well. And they popped him on.
Clinton should be the next head coach at Howard.
Okay, well, they popped Clinton on right as Bill broke the big run. And so that was kind of funny. That was kind of timely. But the rest of it is just very tedious because remember, you're, television, you're hooking up remotely with somebody. There's always going to be a delay. A 1 or 2
Yeah.
second delay makes for awkward conversations. You only have a limited time to get the info in. But it's all part of the Netflix strategy of let's make it feel bigger than the game. Let's make it feel like a TV show. Netflix doesn't want to buy actual rights to leagues. They want events. They've said this. So they like buying Christmas games, 2 of them, and the budget for them. I mean, the people they hire, they got 9 people usually on these games.
It's crazy.
One way or the other. Did you see the halftime?
Sets they build out. I physically saw the sets they built.
How about the halftime show with Snoop in the middle game? Was spectacular.
I didn't see it.
With Lainey Wilson as well.
Was this in?
It was like
where
a
were they, in
Super Bowl.
Minnesota?
Yes, they were in Minnesota, and it was a Super Bowl caliber halftime show. If it was the halftime show for the Super Bowl, you'd be like, that was a good halftime show.
Well,
because they spend the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they went all out. I know some. I talked to my mom in the morning who lives out in California, and she's like, the game's not on out here. I was like, Mom, it's on Netflix. She's like, oh, I have that. We have a.
And then Amazon was the night game last night. And here's something about the Amazon.
I think Amazon. I think that. I just hate not being able to flip around channels, but I think they do a good job. I've watched, the Thursday nights most of the season, so I think they do a good job.
Here's a weird thing that maybe it's only me. I don't know. One, Al Michaels needs to retire. So I don't care for the Al Michaels Herb Street booth for a variety of reasons. Don't want to get into it.
I love Al. He gets.
I know you do.
Announcer emeritus.
I know. I think the post-game show they do with Carissa Thompson and company is a lot of fun. And I usually find myself staying up and watching it to the end. Not only do I like the fact that they get to bring the players on the set for an extended chat and to get to know these players' personalities, which I believe they had the offensive lineman for the Broncos last night, Bowles, and he was funny. He was interesting. He was intense, but he was cool. And so you get to know him a bit better, and then they just do some dumb, silly stuff. Like they had Mary Waxmas last night, where they waxed the TNF letters into Fitzpatrick's hairy chest.
Jeez.
And they had him like pinned down. They had a camera on top, and it looked like he was in genuine pain. And I'm like, this guy broke his hip for us. Like you're really telling me it hurts that much to have your chest hair waxed? And I guess the answer is yes, if you've got as much fur as Fitzpatrick does.
Well,
so I'm the only guy maybe watching that show till the end on Amazon, but it's not terrible.
So my dear friend Pete Haley works on that show.
Yes, he got a shout out, by the way, the other day.
So I have tried to support it and just watch it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy that broadcast. I think you and I may or may not see eye to eye on Monday Night Football. I think, and people say it's Olsen, and that's fine. I rarely get Sundays at home to watch.
Yes.
But I frequently, most of the time, am watching Monday Night Football at home. I think Aikman might be the best color guy out there. What I love about Troy, he suffers zero fools. And a lot of announcers will kind of take the party line with the league. And Troy has gone. There was a switch at some point where he flipped it, and he is the most, this is nonsense, get this out of the game type of dude out there, I think.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
He's done kissing ass. I think a lot of media critics and those who, write about television and football have said Troy's really good. My beef with Troy was that he became formulaic and he used the word job too much. He'd say good job, great job, heck of a job. He's actually dialed that back. We used to count the number of jobs. It would be the Aikman Jobs Report every Tuesday. How many times did he say jobs in one form or another? He's actually pushed back on that, so I think he's getting better. Buck is exquisite and elite, and I love Joe Buck. So it's a pretty good broadcast on Monday night.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, tomorrow night, you're going to get peacocked. You know that. The Bears, the Packers, Ravens game is a Peacock production, so the cost of Peacock has soared to $17.99 a month because they bought a lot of rights to leagues.
We work in media, and we understand all of it. I just hate not being able to switch channels around. I just want to be able to switch.
You don't want to dump out of a whole service to get into another service. I know. It's a frustration.
Put everything on my cable that I pay for.
Right.
And let me speak into the remote. It's so easy.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff's yelling at me. Quick break. Grant and Danny, Grant and Linnell today, I think, coming up at 2 o'clock. I got to tell you, let's run through Fantasy Football Championship this weekend.